Does it take longer to go live when you're on multiple
No,
platforms?
not usually. It says you got a good signal. Probably live now because we're talking stupid.
Probably.
Well, we are live. There we are. Hey guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, contractors first, guys. I am here tonight. Again, it's Wednesday. We were supposed to be on at 6 o'clock. It is actually 6:30 Arizona time. 7:30 in the Midwest. Is that the time you got?
8:30.
Right now. I'm here with Anthony from Wash and Learn. He's got a distributorship he's going to tell you about. It's in the Midwest. We want you guys to know about that. We're going to be discussing tonight. We got one of the engineers that actually helps. I'm going to let him tell you what he does with it. But we're going to be talking about the dual purpose machine tonight. I'm going to turn the floor over to Anthony right now, though. He's got to tell you some of the great things about his show that's going on. It's free. I know that's hard to believe. The value of this thing is probably close to $500 a seat, but it's absolutely free because, guys, nothing is free. This is costing Anthony some money, but for him, it's a payback to his customers and his future customers, trying to help them grow their businesses. So, Anthony, tell us a little bit about what you're doing. Tell us why you decided to do this. What was the reason you even decided to have? What knucklehead would have a free event, especially in Chicago, where it's very expensive to do it? What drove you to do this?
So what the reason we did this is because when we started pressure washing in 2011, we started pressure washing and we had no clue what we were doing, but we knew we wanted to be in this industry. Nathan and I is my business partner. We wanted to get education, and everyone on the Facebook groups always tell us to go to your local stores to get education. And we didn't really have anybody that we could turn to in our local market where we were able to say, hey, I need help because I don't know what I'm doing. Now that we fast forward 12, 13 years, Nate and I were in a position where we're able to help people and not have to travel to other states and, places that are, it's going to cost you some serious money to get your team out there to educate yourself on the ways of cleaning, the systems to clean, add-on services and things like that. So we were able to put ourselves in a position where we can actually help people. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to show people, hey guys, here in our local market, you guys have a place to turn to, and we're those people. We will help you every step of the way that we possibly can. That's why we had this dream, and a year and a half ago, it literally was a dream to be able to host an event like this in the Midwest. Now, April 6th and 7th, that's coming to reality. And at this point right now, I'm super excited to say, we are at standing room only. We have over 330 people signed up to this thing, and we are
330. We almost gained another 100 since last week. Yeah. Who's got their phone on? Is it Anthony G or you, Anthony? We're getting a little bit of feedback.
It's Anthony G.
Okay. If you got a phone on Anthony G, turn that sucker off. Oh, no, not the phone you're using is fine. But if you got something else on that you're trying to watch it, we're getting a little bit of feedback. You know how it doubles back if you ever been on the old radio station and you got the radio in the background and the DJ tells you to turn the damn radio off? That's where we're at right
now. So with April 6th and 7th, this event, like I said, we've been wanting to do this for ever since we opened our doors, pressure washing. And now that we actually have the event or the store, we are able to do it. So we're super excited. It's a 2-day event. It's free to the contractors and everybody, really. If you're looking to get in the industry, if you're already in the industry, you can learn about add-on services. You can learn about new systems that are coming out. You can meet with the vendors. It's just an all-around networking, just a great thing that we're trying to do for the Midwest here. And a little bit about the event is on Sunday, April 6th, is going to be all education. So we're going to have from 8 to 10 a.m. DIY marketing. So Al Stern, that owns Persona Marketing, he's going to be there, and he's going to be telling guys how to market and get in front of your potential customers for little to no money. We'll also have Kathleen from Thunder Lighting there. She will be talking about Christmas lights, pricing, add-on services, what you guys can do in your slow time to, pick up some revenue. And then Nathan and I will be hosting a soft wash education class. That's basic soft wash education. There's guys out here that have multiple systems on their rigs, but they'll leave a job because their soft wash pump went out. We don't want you to do that. We want to make sure that you guys can make some real money and then come get your equipment fixed. So we're going to do a basic soft washing class on equipment from 1 to 5 on Sunday the 6th. We will be doing Trident sealing. So Trident will be out there. They're going to do sanding, sealing, cleaning. They're going to do a start to finish, hands-on. We'll be actually sanding, sealing pavers on site. So that will be a full, start to finish there. It give you the education that you need for that. Another add-on service for your business. Simpson Delco will be there, and they will be there telling us about their new dual purpose machine, showing us how to use it, doing a live demonstration, also doing a maintenance class on equipment. And then Tom Ackner from Greenflow and Jonathan will be there talking about a economically friendly chemical alternative to sodium hypochlorite, not to replace it, but to use as an add-on in some instances. Then when you go to Monday, we'll have a AI class, and that will also be hosted by Al Stern from Persona Marketing. We will have Chad Reefer there from Hydrochem. He will talk to us about chemical safety and chemical education. He will also be there fleet washing, doing a hands-on fleet wash. And then we'll also have Terry there with Neutropods, giving us education on neutralizing Neutropods and add-on services that you can add with their chemicals also. So we'll have a convention there in the afternoon on Monday the 7th, and we will, just go right from there. So it's going to be
pointing the right way.
You're pointing the left way,
or is it this way?
That's the right
purpose
way.
Is on what would it be on your left shoulder, right there? You see it? It's right there. It's right there, guys. See it? He's got the dual purpose. He's pointing the wrong way. There it is. He's got the right way now. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Before we bring this guy on, that's the expert on this machine, the guy that in infancy of this thing, what do you want to say about the dual purpose machine, man? I mean, what is the deal? I mean, this is going to revolutionize the industry, right?
I can agree with you there. What I do want to say, I don't want to touch on it much, but I want to touch on it very briefly, that this unit is going to definitely revolutionize the way that we clean. It's going to speed up your process immensely. I'm just super excited to be able to have this thing in my store and have it available to people. And that's kind of all I'm going to say with this thing right now. I'm going to let Anthony G talk about this thing.
Let's talk in layman terms, because they sometimes forget, these guys that are the gurus on this stuff on equipment building. They forget that people don't realize this is just a pressure washer that has been turned into a dedicated pump. Basically, that's it. So it's a pressure washer. It's a tri-plunger pump. I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong on any of this. It's a tri-plunger pressure washing pump that we're running chemicals straight through the pump with some type of a proportioning system. And then you can soft wash with it, doing that. And then you can also, we're going to talk about this many times tonight, a flip of a switch and you're surface cleaning a driveway with one machine. It's correct. One machine. You don't need two of these. You don't need a soft wash system and a pressure washer. You just need one of these. And I hear this all the time, so I want to dispel this. Guys go, well, if you get it all wrapped up into one and then you break down, what are you going to do? Then you're stuck. Get two of them.
I mean, you got a pressure washer and a soft washer. If you go down with one of those, you're in the same boat. Now you got to, if you do it the old fashioned way, you got to carry 4 on the rig to have a backup. Here, you only got to carry 2 machines on your rig, and you can pressure wash or soft wash. And I also want to ask the engineer about like tri-plunger pumps and how, resilient they are. And I can bet you that the soft wash capability of this thing not working is pretty much non-existent, okay? Unless we blow the head of the pump off, okay? Because tri-plunger pumps typically will pump 3,500 PSI. When they're going bad, they'll lose 200, then they'll lose 200 more, then they're down to 30, then they're down to 2,800. Half the time, the technicians don't even know they lost pressure unless you got a gauge on the pump, because over time, nobody really notices. So these things don't quit working. Like they don't just stop working, like when you have other types of pumps that, when they stop working, they just don't work. These things are so resilient and so reliable that I'm sure a guy's going to be able, instead of finishing a house with a pump up sprayer, I'm sure they're going to be able to finish the house with this thing broken probably. But
I would agree.
Without further ado, let's get Mr. Anthony Grisham on the show here tonight. And he's the guy here. I'm going to do a little intro, and then Anthony, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this. Anthony is out of the production facility for FNA Group in Dallas, Texas. He's going to tell you exactly what he does there. We're going to get into this thing, and we're going to talk about this machine. But the biggest thing I want everybody to know, at this free event, at the Wash and Learn event in the Midwest, they're going to actually run this machine. They're gonna show you this machine. You're gonna get to see it pressure wash. You're gonna get to see it soft wash with the flip of a switch. And that switch right there, if you guys look at it in that picture, is right there. Boom, they switch it. We're gonna ask him what's behind that box. He's probably not gonna tell us, but we're gonna ask him anyways. And he's here tonight. So, Anthony Grisham, give us a little intro on yourself. Tell us a little about what you do. Tell us about the facility, because we preempted on how big the facility is and how many machines that we can say they make an hour. We know they make way more than that, but we're safe to say it. And I'll just say it in case we don't get Anthony in trouble, because they make over 500 machines per hour at this facility, guys. 500 pressure washers are being made per hour at this facility in Dallas. Go ahead, Anthony. Tell us about what you do there.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. First off, so I am technically not an engineer at all. Just want to correct that. I'm the technical field sales and service specialist. I'm in charge of all the service for the industrial and rental side of the company. So yeah, the facility in Mesquite we have is right at 700,000 square feet. There's 8 production lines for retail consumer models. And yes, they can produce 400 to 500 machines per hour from there. We have 300,000 in the rear of the warehouse that is only dedicated to industrial lines and trailers. So yeah, it's a big facility and a lot's going on in there.
I can't see that Doco shirt. And that's the industrial.
Just get over for you.
That's the industrial line. Now, guys, he's wearing a Simpson hat, and there's a Simpson on the dual purpose, but I don't believe that the dual purpose is going to have a Simpson sticker on it. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, sir. It's a Delco machine.
It's a Delco machine. Well, I just want to clarify that for people watching, because typically, Anthony, and maybe you don't know this, but in our industry, we associate the Simpson brand with the homeowner use. I mean, that's just how it goes. And typically, I'm not saying it's a bad brand. I think for Home Depot and Lowe's and those type of, home centers and things like that, I think it's a fine brand for a homeowner. But I think when a professional contractor sees the Simpson name, they automatically think, oh, homeowner use, not industrial. And I want you to assure these guys, this is being built. You even said it. You have a homeowner production that's about 400,000, or retail. You call it retail. You have a retail that's about 400,000, and then you have a commercial division that's on the back end. It's a separate location, separate building, more or less, and that's where the commercial units are being made,
yeah,
right?
So yeah, let's just make a correction here. So Delco is our hot water line. We have a full Simpson commercial line, industrial line. All of our rental fleet is Delco, is Simpson. It's not differentiated by that per se. We do have a full industrial commercial line in the
Okay.
Simpson line with hot water units also. Delco
Okay.
is our main hot water line. Yes.
Okay. So Delco.
Delco. Yes.
Delco is okay. Yeah, but I mean, obviously, in the commercial units, you don't, it's different components. It's different things. I mean, they're just a lot tougher. Correct?
Not. I mean, as far as our commercial line goes, our Simpsons are built to the Delco standards.
Right,
The
right.
commercial line,
But I'm saying, a Home Depot machine that's a few $100s at Home Depot
that's absolutely
is not going to be a commercial machine. I mean, it's not possible.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to hit home so that people understood that. So, okay. So tell us a little bit about this. We were talking in the green room about the pump choices, and we're also going to talk about the motor because I got to tell you guys, this motor that they've got on this thing is superior. I've never in 40 years. Well, that's not true. Probably 40 years ago, and we won't go into this because I know something that most people don't know. I'm not going to say it, but there used to be a motor 40 years ago that ran like this motor, okay? And it was a good motor. And now this motor is uncanny, reminds me of that motor that would never stop running and always started on the first pull. And that was a pull. I don't know if any of you guys remember those little 11-horse motors that I'm talking about? They'd start every time on the first one. Anthony knows what I'm talking about. But anyways, those things, you couldn't kill those motors, man. I mean, they would run for hours and hours and hours. And this motor's just like that. But first, tell us about the technology here, about the pump. Tell us the differences and the choices and the options you got on these pumps.
Yeah, so it's a fully industrial Comet pump that we went with. We have options of 8 or 10 gallons per minute, or 8 gallons a minute at 3,000 psi, 8 gallons a minute at 4,000 psi, or 10 gallons per minute at 2,800 psi. They're going to come standard with a nickel-plated brass head. We went with the nickel-plated brass head because it seems to hold up even superior to the stainless heads in our testing. We've ran straight bleach through these machines, and the nickel-plated has just held up better in the end. Everything in the pump is made to hold the chemicals, from the plungers to the sills to the whole manifold of the pump. Nickel seems to be superior to the stainless even, and it's at a price point that it's just the way to go.
When you've been testing this pump, and have you seen any wear and tear on the nickel, or is
Not
it?
at all. And we've tested it to the harshest way you can test it, and it's been solid as a rock. And for the price point, it's just the way to go, I believe.
Yeah. And then what's the warranty look like on that thing?
So there is on the nickel plated and the stainless both. There's a limited lifetime warranty. I mean, if you go beat it up, it's not going to be a lifetime warranty. But as far as the material and holding up to the chemicals, it's a lifetime warranty.
You mean if I drop it out of a plane, you're not going to warranty it?
I'm going to turn you down right away, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you the guy that inspects these pumps when
I
they
do.
come back to the factory?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, I have to make sure if I have a warranty issue, I get your number so I send it directly to you.
I'll be glad to help you.
Anthony is a massive support system for us. And that's what I was talking about last week when I was on the show. When I was on the show last week, what I was talking about is I can't do what I need to do if I don't have the support from my manufacturers. And when I call a manufacturer, I'm dealing straight with Anthony. Not a lot of people can say they're dealing with a guy that has more experience. I mean, Anthony has, how many years experience you got there, Anthony?
24 now, since I started.
24 years of experience in the pressure wash industry and dealing with pumps. And he is my go-to resource when I need something for any one of my customers. If I don't know, he knows. And if he doesn't know, he knows someone that does know. And without the support like what I'm getting from Simpson Delco, I can't do what I'm doing for my customers.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the pump that we will carry is the nickel plated brass, and that's why a lot of guys they tell me, why are you going to carry that? And I said, because of the extensive testing that was done with it, and it shows with a limited lifetime warranty. Obviously, not on wear items. If you come at me and you tell me the water seals are bad, it's going to be the same thing as the water seals going bad in your high pressure pump. A year, 3 years down the road. So. But as far as the head goes, it's a no-brainer.
Hey, Anthony, that's better, isn't it? You don't hear yourself anymore, do you?
No.
That's because I got Anthony G muted.
Gotcha.
We got to try to fix that because we can't go another 15 minutes. I don't know what it is, but he's got some type of a device on that's repeating the signal. You can hear now. It's perfectly clear, right?
Yeah.
We got to get that. We got to figure out what's going on. Oh, his laptop was on next to him, replaying it and feeding it up. There we go. All righty, we got it. Let's see if that fixed it.
How's that?
We better now?
Wow! Holy cow!
Why didn't you just say something?
20 minutes. I did. I said, who's the knucklehead that's got the radio up on the DJ show? And the DJ yells, turn the damn radio off.
That would be me.
All right. Woo! That's better.
That is great.
We'll start this all over again. Take 2.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Let's go.
So, as far as the CRX engine, Anthony, tell us a little bit about that CRX engine.
So, CRX engine is a superior engine. I love the CRX engine. It's a pressure lubricated V-twin engine. Got oil cooler on it, filters. It's the best thing about it, it's got fully domestic support. It's engineered here in America. All the support's here in America. All the parts are right with this. And it's a fabulous engine. It'll run and run and run. I can't say enough about it.
The greatest thing is hearing it from you as one of the guys that see this engine every day, because when I tell my customers, I'm coming from a secondhand source, right? And people look at it as like, hey, you're only working in your best interest sometimes, and that's never the case. I'm always looking to help the end user.
So we literally have customers that buy units with the Honda engines on them and then replace it with this engine and come back and don't want any warranty working on their Honda. They just want us to replace this with this engine. I mean, it's a great engine.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
I can't say enough good stuff about it. It's ridiculous. I was trying to pull up a video of a distributor that sold thousands of them already, and they said that they had like one guy have a problem. Isn't that ridiculous? One guy.
For me, what I can say is I am super happy to sell a CRX engine to a customer. I am very disappointed because I'd never see it back.
Yeah, that is a problem, right?
It absolutely is.
We want to see them back. I'm sure they'll engineer it to fail. I'm sure they'll engineer it to fail quicker soon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know, man. I gotta tell it like it is. You know how it goes. You can't make stuff too
We have a
good.
company that runs these engines 15 hours a day, 30 days a month, probably 500 hours a month, and they're going on 4 or 5 months with the same engine. It's one service, and it's just fine. It's great.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I'm super excited to get this thing in the store, and I'm super excited to run it and show these guys what this thing can do. I know there's haters, man. There's haters everywhere, and there's guys that have doubts, but that's what makes me so excited to get this thing out there.
Well, the problem is when a guy sees this, the first thing they think it's Harbor Freight because it's black. That's the first thing. That's the first boom. Oh, Harbor Freight, that's junk, you know. And then if you tell them the price, they think it's junk. You know what I mean? Because it's a considerably more aggressive price than. I'm not going to use the words, guys, you use than their competitors. I'm just going to say it, leave it at that. I don't have anything against the competitors, although the one competitor that has the plastic fly, that's just dumb. Ever since they did that, that's when they started having problems with the motor. All we had those motors do is backfire, and it shreds the gear. That's it. Backfire and shreds the gear. Isn't that stupid? You know, I will tell you that they replaced 3 of them without any questions. But that's crazy. You know, downtime, tearing it apart. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. These CRXs, man, have run. I think one's got 1,800 hours. I know one's going on 900. You know, and I will say this too: the Comet pump, man, has performed pretty decently. You know, pretty decently. I know a lot of guys think, well, you get 1,000 hours out of a pump. They think, oh man, that's not it. I'll get 3,000 hours out of a pump. You know, I'm like, you know, I don't know sometimes how these guys measure their hours. I think they tell you they've had a pump for 6 years. I've never had a pump for 6 years. Okay, that doesn't happen. I've never had a hose for more than 6 months. Okay, like the guys say, hose lasts me 2 or 3 years. Okay, yeah, because you pulled it out of the garage like twice this year or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not realistic. Okay, all of this stuff is going to fail on you. And if you can make $250,000 or $500,000 and spend $700 or $800 replacing a component, man, you're ahead of the game. You know, you're ahead of the game. That's why I laugh at some of these guys. A $79 Sureflow pump, and they were pissed off they only washed 300 houses.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you made $500,000 or $250,000, but you're pissed off because you got to buy another $79 pump. I mean, come on, guys. You know, hey, Anthony, I will tell you, I don't know how long you've been in this thing, but like I used to take the TS 2021s and the Udors, and we would run chemicals straight through them like you guys are doing now. And we didn't give a shit. We would throw them away because they were only $200, $300 then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were $200 or $300. And I noticed, and I'll tell this to everybody, and I know why now because I did a factory tour. I noticed that in the 80s and going into the 90s, the motors changed because of the way that they were doing the production. And then all of a sudden the pumps started failing considerably quicker. Like, I mean, like not just in half, like 1/3 of the time that they normally had. Like they'd last normally for 1,200, 1,300 hours, and all of a sudden they were failing at 300 or 400. Well, then we had to stop doing that. You know what I mean? And we started going to ag pumps, to pump. This was during my fleet washing days. And because we had individual soapers. I don't know if a lot of fleet washing guys, you guys may not know what I'm talking about, but just like house wash guys, fleet wash guys have dedicated soapers. You know what I mean? They use an ag pump, or that's why I'm saying this machine right here. It's not going to just blow up the soft washing industry. It's going to change the fleet industry. It's going to change the detailing industry. Nobody even understands the detailing guys that can have this. And they can unbelievably be doing all sorts of things that they can't do. And a detail guy's not going to have the 10 gallon a minute. But the ability to still have that type of pressure for a detailing guy and able to go back to running the soap through the machine and then turn the valve and rinse the machine off. He's like at the car wash. Yep. I mean, the car wash, all we do is use a dial, right? Boom, soap on, soap off, and that's the craziest thing about this thing is, guys, there's a lever right there on that machine. It's right there. And all you got to do is flip that lever, and you're going from soaping to pressure washing, soaping to pressure washing. And these guys are going to do this at the Wash and Learn event in the Midwest, right there at Anthony's event. Give them the dates. By the way, the links in the description, guys, if you want to sign up for this, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link as well. I'm going to put it here in the chat. You guys got any questions tonight? I'm feeling a little bit crazy now. You carry F9 products, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna give away tonight a $200 booklet tonight. $200. I'm gonna give it away, guys. I'm crazy, but I'm gonna give one away tonight.
That is crazy.
Guess what, guys? You guys got to come with some questions. I need to hear some questions from some of the guys in the audience, and then I'm going to let Anthony randomly draw somebody to win this. Let's see if we got some guys will ask some questions. The other thing, too, guys, is if you're seeing this video next week when I come on Wednesday, next Wednesday when we come on, if you shared this video to somebody, I'm going to have a separate drawing for another $200 F9 book. Okay. So tonight we're going to give one away. We only have like 8 people on. So your shot at winning this right now, if you ask a question, is going to be pretty good. We're only going to be on for probably another 10 minutes. So if you guys want to win this, it's a $200 copy, fully laminated. We'll ship it straight to you. Just ask a question, and that's as easy as it is. If only one guy asks a question, he's the winner.
I got a question. Can I win the book?
You can't win it.
No. Seriously though, I do have a question. Anthony, do you have to have the machine turned off to go from pressure to soft wash?
Absolutely not. And you could have both hoses plugged into the front of the panel at the same time. Just flip the knob and grab the other gun and take off. Simple as that. Anybody can do it.
That's huge, because I know sometimes you got to turn the machine off, switch over, or whatever it may be. This, you could just pull a lever and switch. You're moving. There's no wasting any time.
Yep. No undoing hoses, no changing, swapping out. They're all both plugged in, ready to go.
So your hoses are always plugged into the machine. You're always ready to go on one and the other. Yep.
So it's just 2 different hoses.
Yes. Got the high pressure hose and the soft wash hose.
You know what? Why didn't they use one hose? You guys got a soft wash pressure washing hose.
The flow is hard to get so the one port's the 3/8 nozzle, one's a 1/2 inch for the soft wash, just to get more flow.
Right. But you guys have a bigger pressure washing. You guys have a hose or not, that a bigger hose that can handle PSI or not? You don't.
For soft wash, no.
Okay.
I don't think we do. Don't quote me on that. Not that I've seen anyway. I can't say no, we don't, because we haven't.
I saw a competitor's rig that had your hose on it that was soft washing and pressure washing. I saw it, but it was a small. It was 3/8. It wasn't a large.
Yeah, he would have been using a pressure washer hose and just using it out of the 3/8 port.
We got a winner. Nate's might be the only guy to ask a question, and it's and this is a question for Anthony G. Anthony G, do it, man. What's under the box? And I didn't plant this guy, I promise.
Yes, you did. What's his name? I'm not going to go there, sir. Not going to go there.
It's proprietary, and there's probably a patent on it, I'm assuming.
It's patent pending, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The whole
there
machine.
You go.
Yeah. What's that? Of course that question will be asked, man. I think when we were at the CETA show, that question was asked more than I've ever heard anything asked when we were at the CETA show.
Well, they were smart to build a cover around it. I think that maybe the real machines may not have a cover, because it's only going to take 1 or 2 to be sold. And we all know there's going to be a video of a guy taking it apart.
They're all going to have the cover, though. They're all going to have the cover.
Yeah. But I mean, they'll take it off and there'll be a video.
I'm sure they will. We can't control it if they buy it.
Yeah.
What plans are for, hopefully.
Yeah. But yep, that's it. Well, we're 33 minutes. I think we'll go about another 7 minutes to give some of these guys a chance to win this. Nathan, you're the only one that asked a question so far. So you are the only person. Otherwise, Anthony, if we get another guy, we can at least make it between 2 people. William he's trying to win a cookbook too, because he wants to win one for his kid. How far does the machine shoot when soft washing?
My answer to that is come to the show and watch the demo. That's all I can say to that.
No guesstimate, 30 feet.
I know,
feet?
but I'm not giving that out. That's for the people that come to the show to find out.
I'm going to bet on the pressure washing side it shoots 55 feet.
The pressure washing side?
Oh, yeah. If you don't think I'm going to rinse with the pressure washer, you're out your mind.
Okay.
Ron gets after it, man.
What is your guess on the soft wash side?
36.
Not even close.
Oh, come on, tell us a little bit, man. This isn't
Hey,
anything that like is a big secret.
I'll tell you how far it shoots. It's
I
far.
have a wonderful demo coming up that I will be glad to show you.
Okay, so on the over and under, I'm way under.
Absolutely. That's all I'm
Okay,
gonna say.
good. That's good.
Way
That's
under.
good. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna. I would pop a gun on there, you know, and but somebody has to tell us about that gun. Somebody has to verify, like, hey, there's a 5,000 psi gun valve in there. If not, after the show, Anthony, I'm gonna send you a link to one that's naked. It's not wrapped, so you can see that it's got the 5,000 psi gun valve in there. But it's a little bit more expensive. It's a $175 gun.
Yeah.
But you definitely need to buy one of those because I'm telling you, you need to shoot this thing with the pressure washer. You do. You need to shoot it with the pressure washer because they're going to find out it's going to go about. I'll tell you right now, it's going to go about 20 feet further. I guarantee it's going to go about 20 feet further than
We'll just put a bigger orifice tip on it, and we'll just use it that way.
Anthony don't even know what it shoots high pressure because he didn't do it.
I think
I didn't test the distance on the high pressure. No.
I told you.
But I think a lot of these guys are more worried about how far it's going to shoot on the low pressure side than the high pressure.
Absolutely, and I do know that. And you're gonna be impressed. You're gonna be impressed.
I have a feeling I will be.
You're gonna be impressed.
But what's nice about that is if you're really interested and you really want to get a dual wash on your system on your rig, come to the event. You want to see the performance? Come to the event. We don't want to give everything away.
Hey guys, next week, if you share this, if you're watching this video between now and next Wednesday, and you share this, the guys that shared it, we'll round them up. We'll put their names in a hat, and we'll give another $200 cookbook away. We got about another 3 minutes, and we're gonna kill this, guys. Anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, like I said, I'm just super excited that this event, we're a standing room only at this point. 300, we got 325 people signed up to this thing. And I mean, this place is going to be packed, but I would rather have it so packed that I have to apologize to you that you don't have a seat than you get there and you're the first guy in the front row and that's it. That's all I got. So, well, I'm just super excited that we were able to make this thing come together and actually have some people here that are going to help you network, grow. You'll make some awesome connections with this event here.
So yeah, it is exciting. I mean, we've been waiting on this since the CETA show, and the buzz about this and the wait is now finally over, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
Man, this thing's going to go into soft wash skids, the whole 9 yards, I bet. I'm just prophesying.
Yeah, we
Anthony's
will.
Like, you liar, you seen it.
Yeah.
We'll have one of these fully built out, one of these rigs fully built out at the show. And it will be a production. It won't be sold at the show, but it will be an actual, if you want to buy it, this is exactly what you're going to get. So you'll get the benefit of seeing it, seeing the operation, seeing the way this thing's plumbed, seeing the way it's put together, and exactly what you would get if you were to say, hey man, I want one of those things. And we're going to start selling them at the show. So it's going to be awesome.
What time is my time slot, Anthony?
You will be on 1 to 3, April 6th.
Yeah.
April 6th, 1 to 3.
Yeah, so I'll be 1 to 3. I'll do a 30-minute just engine pump burner maintenance class, and then we'll talk about this dual wash for 30 minutes. Then we'll go outside and we'll break it out and demo it. So it'll be a good 2-hour time slot.
Luke can't wait for the show. You know Luke, Anthony?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Awesome,
Luke is
awesome
a
stuff.
great guy. It's another guy that gives you awesome support. You want
William, we're not giving you the cookbook, man. So don't think you even had a shot at it. We're not giving it to you.
Which William is this?
That's your coworker.
Amarantos?
Yeah.
I knew it was. Was the Nathan your Nate, Anthony?
He's
Yeah.
trying to win a cookbook. So that's not
needs
your
the
partner
cookbook?
that asked
Who
the
needs the
question about the
cookbook?
box, is it? He can't win the cookbook either.
Yeah, exactly. We can't give that
You
cookbook.
guys, all you got to do is ask the next guy to ask the question wins the cookbook. Ask a question. Ask how funny looking we are, whatever it is. You just
Say
ask the
anything.
question. I really want to give one away tonight.
Man, if it was me and I was a contractor still and that was all I was doing, man, I'm asking anything. What's the patch on the wall behind you? What's the finger pointing at behind you?
Next week, guys, I'm going to double down on this. Guys watching this, and I'm going to talk about it all week. Next week, prior to the event, because it's going to be the week before the event, we're going to wind up giving not only a cookbook away if you share this thing next week, but if you tune in next week and you start asking questions, I'm going to give at least a case of F9 away, one entire case. And it'll be your choice. Your choice, guys. So we'll know that. We're going to work on, Anthony G, we're going to work on getting a machine to be given away. We don't know if that'll happen, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what I just want to say this,
What
guys.
machine?
I just want to say this. And Anthony, those machines, those trailers that they build, that Delco builds, you say some are Simpson, whether they're Simpson or Delco, they're excellent trailers. Guys that are trying to work commercial routes, just doing sidewalk cleaning, they are the perfect machine to buy. That's absolutely the perfect hot water machine to buy. They're very easy, very, very easy. Easy to use. I was at a show one time, and I'm not going to mention what show it was, but the inventor of the equipment was there, and they couldn't get it to run. It had so many dials, so many buttons. I mean, you needed to go through a 3-day training to run this thing. Okay. And what's easy about this machine? What do you got? You got an ignition for the motor, turn on, and you got a switch.
One switch for the burner.
On. That's it, man.
That's it.
And you're in business, and you can literally teach a monkey to do that. And sometimes when you're cleaning concrete, that's all we need are monkeys. And I just want to tell guys, if you guys have never looked at a Delco trailer unit, make sure you check one out. They're absolutely the perfect commercial machine. I use them. They're awesome machines.
Thank you. They are.
Luke, you can't.
We didn't talk enough about the CRX though, but that's okay. We'll see. Those CRXs are excellent motors. It's the best thing in the industry in the last 2 or 3 years. It really is. It's the best.
They are. I agree.
Best thing that ever happened to the industry.
I agree.
Well, what do you think?
I think nobody wants the cookbook except Luke.
I'm going to give it to Luke. Is Luke work for you, or is he a customer?
No, Luke cannot have the cookbook.
Luke can't have the cookbook either.
No,
we got
Luke
nobody
is a
that
great.
can win the cookbook tonight.
He is a great guy. He supports us as a dealer also, and with some of our hoses, and he is not able to win the cookbook either.
All right, guys. Well, we did 43. That's a good show. Anything you guys want to conclude with?
Just be at the event. It's free, April 6th, 7th. It's going to be definitely something that you guys don't want to miss.
Anthony, Anthony G, I'm gonna put you in the green room. We appreciate you for coming out tonight. I thank you. Maybe we'll have you on again, maybe the week before or something like that, if we wind up doing it. But we'll definitely look forward to seeing you guys there. Remember, guys, they're gonna actually run this dual purpose. It's gonna be an awesome thing. Thanks, Anthony, for coming out. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Anthony.
Hey, run through this damn thing again. What are the dates? What's the website?
April 6th, April 7th, washandlearnmidwest.com. Sign on, register. It's right on the top. register for classes, register for the event, and this thing's gonna be so beneficial for everybody. We'll see you guys there. Thank you so much.
Ron Musgrave's Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. Guys, the thing's in the link in the description. Get signed up. It's free. He forgot to tell you that. Free. Have a good night, guys.